begin to feel overload, we'll begin to feel what we are saying. If you begin to feel overload, consider your Earth. What it feels.
Shogi is a style of Japanese chess which originated in China as early as the 4th century BC. The game has endured many variants over hundreds of years, in present form dating back to as early as the 16th century 1210 AD. It is a game of the mind similar to chess, but the added rule of drops makes Shogi far more complex. The game is comprised of two players, the Sente or black and Gote or white. The traditional Shogi ban or Shogi board is measured on a grid of 9 ranks by 9 files, or 81 rectangular spaces. Each player controls a set of 20 koma, or wedge-shaped pentagonal markers differing slightly in size. The koma are differentiated by kanji, unique Chinese characters used in Japanese, 2 on each piece detailing the player rank. On the reverse side of the Shogi piece are upgraded symbols indicating the promotion of said piece. The board itself is raised slightly off the floor to be played Seiza style for players seated on tatami mats. On opposing sides of the board there is an additional lip jutting out the side called the komodai, which is used to hold captured pieces. There are many differing ranks for the koma, each with unique character idiosyncrasies. The 20 pieces consist of 1 king, 1 rook, 1 bishop, 2 gold generals, 2 silver generals, 2 knights, 2 lances, and 9 pawns. A king can move 1 square in all directions per turn. A rook is limited to the 4 orthogonal directions, but can free move over a multitude of squares. The bishop is like the rook, only it moves along 4 diagonal directions. The gold general can move only 1 square orthogonally, or 1 diagonally forward. It is forbidden to move diagonally backward. The silver general can move 1 diagonal square or 1 directly forward. The knight is the only piece that can jump over the other pieces without heed, in the pat of 1 square forward and 1 diagonal forward. The lance can free move directly forward, and that is all. The pawn is the slowest piece, which can only move 1 square directly forward per turn. And what the blue hell am I talking about? Does this have anything to do with Ranma 1/2? Well, longtime fans might notice that this game is often played by series regulars Son Tendo and Genma Saotome. It's a running gag that emphasizes their stupidity, dishonesty, and juvenile behavior. It's a fun little excursion that keeps them busy and exercises their minds, and Lord knows they need it. But what if I told you that that minute-and-a-half mess of technobabble from the start of this vid is actually a brief look into the mind of a madman? To this man, Shogi is no measly excursion. Shogi is life. Allow me to introduce to you one Mr. Sankichi Urakishi, a master of martial arts shogi, one of the weirdest, most complex fighting styles in the world today. Sankichi, as well as the other masters of martial arts shogi, contest an official match on a gigantic 9x9 grid, proportional for human beings to act as pieces. And that they do. There is no such thing as a one-on-one fight when it comes to this particular art. It's all-out team warfare, and the team must look the part, all wearing pentagonal shogi piece costumes, each detailing player rank, which is akin to earning colored belts in karate. The outfits are easily the craziest part of this martial art. A casual onlooker might die laughing at such a dumbass-looking spectacle, but to the players, it is religion. Just as in shogi, the opposing teams move up and down the board in an attempt to mow down and capture each other's players, only here the capture is done by force. Shogi pieces of certain ranks are permitted only to move in specific directions, such as the pawns or token pieces, which can only move forward 1 square at a time, or the rooks, or flyers, which move a large distance strictly at right angles. The moves they can do are sorely limited, but with a blitz style to the combat. For any individual player, it's like a constant barrage of movement on all sides, nigh impossible to defend against. Also, defeated players on one team, as per the rules of shogi, are required to flip-flop and play for the opposing team, turning friends into enemies and shifting the numbers game. Just to see if you were paying attention, what is the name of the platform attached to the shogi board where Genma is sitting? Ding ding ding, that is correct! Lastly, when all else fails, the martial arts shogi master can order his minions to mimic another fun shogi activity, stacking the pieces. To be the unfortunate one, trapped at the bottom of this dog pile, all one's bodily juices squished out of his body, it's anything but fun. Martial arts shogi is pure pandemonium from start to finish, and it would take a truly hardcore, grizzled, thrill-seeking human being to choose this as his forte. Either that, or someone completely out of his gourd. Sankichi Urakishi is completely out of his gourd. A middle-aged veteran of martial arts shogi, Mr. Urakishi is pretty close to being one of the wildest nutters in all of anime. Outside his crazy hobby, he has a pretty normal life. He owns a home, has a wife, CLARABELLE, and even holds a steady job as, what else, a professional shogi player. But lately it seems like his mind is on permanent vacation. Some fingers could be pointed at Genma Saotome as a root cause, also no surprise there. A long time ago, Genma challenged Sankichi to a shogi match, and in front of all his peers, Sankichi got pwned. Of course, Genma cheated, and in the process completely ruined Sankichi's life. He never recovered from the loss, and his wife CLARABELLE skipped town on him, embarrassed and humiliated. Since that day, his life has been martial arts shogi 24/7, and he ventures around the globe issuing challenges to anyone foolish enough to accept. To make matters worse, he suffers from hallucinations from time to time. So long he has been estranged from his beloved wife CLARABELLE that nearly every woman he lay eyes on, he envisions her. Who knows what is going on with this guy's brain, be it damage, disease, or just plain stupidity. Sankichi is one loopy bastard, and it is his psychosis which is the cause of his many challenges. When he lays down a challenge, it's a pride issue, yes, but most times it is to reclaim his estranged wife, or rather a total stranger he thinks to be his wife. When he lay eyes on a pretty woman, he instantly sees CLARABELLE, and then goes all Tatewaki Kuno on her, fondling and squeezing with a rapist wit. What started as solely revenge against his arch-rival Genma Saotome has resulted in the abduction of Akane Tendo, and now Ranma and company must fight to get her back. How will they fare in such an overwhelming environment? There are no do-overs here, and Sankichi Urakishi is a man who has nothing to lose, not even his mind. He lost that years ago. Configurations, strategies, statistics. Sankichi Urakishi has so much information bouncing around in his head, it would give a normal human being a cluster headache. He is anything but normal. He is the very definition of an idiot savant. At shogi, he is king. 9 times out of 10, he'll beat the pants off you, so long as you don't turn the board over on him. How does he not figure that out? He is a man deserving of respect, but he's so damn goofy, so bewildered and berserk. All he will ever see is ridicule, and perhaps he deserves that too. From dressing up as a shogi piece, to hugging complete strangers, to transforming the innocent game of shogi into blood and guts war. This man will always be a blight to both shogi and martial arts. Lock all your doors and windows. String the barbed wire around your homes, for this man is loose in the world today. Be afraid. Be very afraid. This has been a Ranma One-Half Character Profile. Special thanks go out to BMRL Show and Super 038 for the requests.